Yo, what's up guys? My name's LegnaK. Welcome back to another episode of Locking Down the Ladder. It has been... Whoa. It has been like 5 years. Not really, it's been like 3. But it felt like it's been a decade. We're just going to keep adding... We're going to keep adding years. Whatever. So, anyways, for those who are, new to the YouTube channel, I used to do this pretty often. Used to be a pretty often thing back in Sun and Moon. We would do a series called Locking Down the Ladder where we would be building a VGC related team and seeing how well we could do with it. We'll do a few matches here and there. Typically per episode it was like 2 or 3 matches. I think we're going to keep with that formula. Also, I do apologize that I am a little out of it right now. My brain has decided it's just going to stop working today. As you can see, we're down a match because I started recording it, was going through it, decided to look at it. I wasn't really recording. I was not really recording. I just sat there. I was like, well, crap. It was already a losing match. It wasn't like I was losing anything. Admittedly, I lost a match. I did fight. I tried to, at least make myself look decent, even off camera. Didn't work. So, where was I? Yes. Pure LegnaK fashion has not changed in the past, 8 years of being on this YouTube channel. Do you want to show the opponent your battle team's info? I say yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't care. Let's do it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on. But before we begin, let's take a look at our team real quick. Our team is a very shrewd team, I guess you could say. We have a Choice Scarf Lele, a Potato Berry Whimsicott, a Weakness Policy Glastrier, Calyrex. It's a Calyrex Ghost Rider, which is a Spectrier. I literally had a 1 in 3 shot of getting that wrong, and I got it wrong. Welcome, guys. Hope you guys missed me. We have Life Orb Dracovish, Focus Sash Cryogonal. That's a favorite one I have. I wanted to bring him back just because. Why not? Why not bring something weird back, right? And, of course, you got an Assault Vest Thunders here. So, what this team mainly is oriented around, before we even continue on and everything, so I don't get derailed, lose my train of thought and everything, is this team primarily goes with using a Fling Potato Berry onto a Weakness Policy Calyrex. It's disgusting. But the Whimsicott is 1 point faster than the Calyrex, which means that it's going to outspeed the Fling, and at that point it's just, it's a plug and play. Calyrex just mows over everything. That's about it. But there's also the other mode of just bringing Whimsicott, Tornado, Thunderous Tim. Sorry, as I said, it's been a long day, been frazzled, made a mistake earlier, so that really set me off further. But yeah, it's pretty much, that's the thing that we really do. Trick Room also, in case like there's a team that's obviously faster than our team, we could just be like, no, we're going slower. Whimsicott's a little kind of a, well, if you guys don't know, my Whimsicotts have always been an asshole. Let's go ahead and just get into a match. We're going to do the 3 matches per episode, as we normally have done before. Trying to think of anything I'm missing. We do have questions of the day. Those are staying. And the question is what is your favorite Pokemon to be using in this format? Personally, I like Dialga for the longest time, and then I started tinkering with this team, and I'm like, yeah, okay, Glacier is definitely where it's at. Dialga was definitely a really fun one, but I gave up on that one because I demanded myself to have a shiny Dusclops, and I'm over 2,400. He's not shining. So, that's why I gave up on that team. Yeah, I gave up on that team solely for the fact being that Dusclops was, a pain in the ass. But let's go ahead. We got Quentin here. Hello, Quentin. We're going to try and claw our way out of this area. Ooh, I am intrigued with this team, though at the same time, worried. So we got a Pincurchin, all hail the clam. We have a Pikachu, Milotic, Mimikyu. This is definitely a very Trick Room oriented team, but the Score Bunny, not Score Bunny, I can't remember its name. Can never remember it. Team Sobble all the way. Fight me. That's the one that's throwing me off the most. I really want to lead. I really think it's safe to lead a Tapu Lele here. Tapu Lele Calyrex lead. And then we're going to also have Dracovish in the back and Thundurus. I do not see a good point where either Whimsicott or Cryogonal are going to be good here. Mainly because Cryogonal is great for anti-rain, weather, jazz like that. And there isn't any. Also, I just realized I don't think this fella has a restricted Pokemon. So if we lose to this is incredibly embarrassing. Also, we both have 069 as our card. Nice, Quentin. Nice. Alright, Chandelier and Pincurchin. Okay. Not a problem at all. This is actually, like, the least problematic issue. Like, least problematic thing ever. So we're going to go for a Dazzling Gleam here. And the reason we're going for a Dazzling Gleam is because we're going to break that sash. We're going to break that Chandelier sash. The Clam is going to come for an Electric Terrain. So I have to worry about the potential of a Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is definitely problematic, but I'm definitely going to... I'm headset here on saying I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. And we are also going to go for a Astral Barrage, because that should be more than capable of OHKOing both of the Mons, or at the very least, just the Clam. Or not the Clam, but the Chandelier. For those who don't know why I'm calling it a Clam, it's been an on-running gag with, my stream. If you guys do not watch me on Twitch, definitely do so. I stream there every single day except Sundays, and it's overall a good time. Me and a couple of my buddies, we've been, doing Dynamax Den raids, all that jazz, just having some fun. But it's mainly become Pokemon oriented. This is probably going up on Thursday. It's probably going up either on Thursday or... Yeah, it's probably going up on Thursday, April 8th. It might be up a little bit earlier, don't know yet. But my point, where I'm getting at, because my brain decides it's just going to do whatever the hell it decides to do, we'll also be live streaming the Players' Cup 4, which this is the team we're going to be bringing, and I'm really hoping that it shows promise. Let's go ahead and Dazzling Gleam here, because I'm not worried about it in the slightest, and we're just going to Astral Barrage again. Like, we just lock ourselves in. Calyrex is at +2. This is definitely... I should have paid attention to the Pokeball, because I'm going to feel stupid if it's not the Milotic. Okay, so it is the Milotic, which literally makes this a non-issue. The reason this makes it a non-issue is that there's a chance that it's going to take at most 50% damage here. That Shadow Sneak is not going to kill, because we're bulky. As I was trying to say, and I totally forgot to, we are running a slightly bulkier one that's a little bit slower than, our Whimsicott. We are now at +4, which makes this guy probably not very happy that our Calyrex here is now going to do probably closer to 60 to 70% damage. It actually did 60 to 70% damage like I was predicting. Actually, I was closer to 80. But point is, yeah, he's doubling down. He's wanting to get rid of our Calyrex here. I don't blame him, but at this point it's too late. The damage has been done. Go ahead and smite me down. I've already won. Calyrex is just an absolutely disgusting Pokemon in this format. And this is, as a Calyrex user, as you guys can say, I wish this Pokemon did not exist. I genuinely wish this Pokemon did not exist, because it is so disgusting. You're ignoring berries, you're getting a boost every KO, and you got a spread move that does ridiculous amounts of damage. Like, this is... it's a power creep. But that goes back to the question of the day. you know, as I said, I like this Pokemon. I like using it because it's so disgusting. And I'm not even going to Dynamax. I feel like Dynamax is just going to waste both of our time. You know, time is valuable. He's actually staying in, keeping the Milotic, which is incredible. I'm also looking at the damage output that Tapu Lele is doing, and that's a significant amount. So I think that may have been a 252-252 spread of some sort. And the reason I say that is because it really seemed like I was doing way too much. Like, I was doing way too much, especially for, you know, a Milotic. Milotic's a great Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. Milotic is an absolutely great Pokemon, but I was doing an unreasonably high amount of damage there. Oof. Alright, so let's actually take a look at this real quick. Alright, so we had the Pincurchin. It was actually Terrain Extender. Well, Quentin. I don't know what to say. Like, that's weird. Like, I understand that we're super low on the ladder, so I'm not judging. I'm not going to be that guy, be like, oh, well, why is this happening? I just want to see this guy's team real quick. It's a very interesting team. I think, it's Eviolite. Huh. I think with a little bit of work, this guy could have had a pretty good team. It seemed like he was just, like, happy to have these Pokemon. It was actually an Adamant-natured Milotic. Wow. Adamant-natured Milotic. That is incredibly wild, especially with the fact that it was, you know, Scald Ice Beam. Looking at this, these, he wasn't even fully Dynamaxed. That's the answer right there, why it did so much damage. Yikes. I'm not down on this dude. Honestly, I hope this dude, like, stumbles across this episode, and I just want to say, hey, man, look. If you want to help, if you want some help with your team, man, I am more than willing to be of assistance. I would love to help you out, like, you know, refine this team a little bit, because it looks like you got a lot of promise, man. Let's go ahead and continue battling. Very interesting team, especially for the first match of the season for us. We don't count the one that we lost, because that was not on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get into our next match here. Let's take a look at Caden J. Caden J. Alright, so you have a very interesting team. This is a scary-ass team, actually, because not only do you have Charizard Torkoal, which I'll explain in probably like next episode or something. It's a very terrifying combo. All he's missing is a Stonejourner. Oh boy. Dragapult's another scary Pokemon. Regieleki just... I love Regieleki, but that boy needs to chill the hell out. We got a Ditto here. So we got a lot of very heavy hitters. Like, this dude is hyper offensive. And I don't even feel comfortable with our potential Trick Room option because the Torkoal is also... Torkoal. Torkoal is a very nasty Pokemon. I love Torkoal personally, but it's a very nasty Pokemon. Let's go ahead and go for the Whimsicott. We're going to go for the Whimsicott Calyrex lead here. With Thundurus and Dracovish in the back. Now, I know Dracovish isn't exactly, you know, key material here. Being the case, you know, okay, I'm a Dracovish. I have, you know, a weakness because of the sun. There's a Dragapult there. There's a Regieleki, and there's a Zacian. But Dracovish is actually a pretty terrifying Pokemon, like, all things considered. Dracovish is a very, very terrifying Pokemon. Like, it's scary. I love Dracovish so much because you'd think that I wouldn't say that there's no counters, but like it's a very difficult Pokemon to manage if you aren't fully prepared for it. Okay, so here we go with a Whimsicott Calyrex lead against a Zacian Regieleki lead. So this is going to go one or two ways. All right, this is definitely going to go one or two ways. I feel like he's actually going to Electro Web Behemoth Blade us. He's definitely going to Electro Web Behemoth Blade us. I'm still going to Tailwind here. And the reason I'm going to Tailwind here is because I'm not Trick Rooming. I do not feel comfortable Trick Rooming knowing there's a Torkoal in the back. I mean, there's a very big chance that he just probably brought Charizard and Ditto in the back. But, again, I do not feel comfortable with that in any way, shape, or form. So, let's go ahead and... Astral Barrage. We're not going to Dynamax. We're not going to Dynamax just yet because I don't want an Electro Web. I don't want all that, you know, really just, you know, ruining our lives. He doesn't Dynamax the Regieleki, which shows that he's definitely Sash. Like, we all know that it's definitely a Sash Regieleki, but we're going to do a significant amount of damage. It's not a Sash Regieleki. I am now genuinely curious on what is going on here. If he does not kill... He's got to be killing the Calyrex. Like, Calyrex is definitely your biggest issue here. I'm just shutting up. Obviously, I don't know what I'm talking about. You're going for the Whimsicott instead, which I'm really, really glad that we opted not to go for the Trick Room there. I'm really glad we opted to not go for the Trick Room in that situation, because that would have been just pain. That would have been, like, absolute, like, pain. Oh, boy. Alright, so there was the Torkoal. So that means that the Charizard's also in the back, too. You know what? I think what we're going to do here is we're going to max Airstream. Why not? We might as well just Dynamax, start getting that going. Like, I know one rule you don't want to do is Dynamax too early, but I think we're in a pretty good position here. We're in a pretty good position here because we know Zacian cannot Dynamax. That's very, very good, thankfully. Zacian can't Dynamax. He's probably got Charizard in the back, but as long as we have a speed advantage, we can just hit him with a Max Lightning. I'm pretty sure with, you know, very, very high certainty that if he doesn't protect, Calyrex is probably going to take them both out. So we may be just ending up wasting an entire turn of, what do you call it? Yeah, we're wasting an entire turn of Dynamax. Doesn't matter. We might as well just Max Guard to Deflex. Now this Calyrex is just... I'm sorry, man. I don't want to be a jerk saying this, but you can't do anything about it, man. You might as well... just give up. I don't want to be a jerk saying that, but just... it's not worth it. He's got a beautiful shiny Charizard. I love shiny Charizard. Now, as a shiny hunter, I'm going to be commenting that a lot, saying, you know, that's a very beautiful shiny. Oh my god, I want one of those. He actually canceled the battle. You know, that was big on him. You know, there wasn't anything that could be done. I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag here, but like Calyrex, as I said, picked up everything. There wasn't anything to do. Like, Calyrex is just a nasty, nasty Pokemon once it gets going. It's definitely a Pokemon you gotta shut down, like, ASAP. Like, seeing this, you gotta shut it down. So let's go ahead and check out this guy's team real quick. It was a very interesting team. So we had the Dragapult here, Infiltrator, which is interesting, but it makes sense because Sub-Zacian is starting to become a thing. Or not starting to become a thing, it's always been a thing. I've seen a lot of other substitute mons. Ferrothorn's another one that comes to play. So he's got Will-O-Wisp, Dragonance. Ooh, buddy, that's a very... I was just ignoring the ability. He doesn't Dynamax or have any Dynamax candies. Oh, this poor guy. I'm not trying to sound rude. I think this guy literally just grabbed and played. Okay, so it was a max speed, max attack one. This is also max speed, max attack, but he had no Dynamax power. That's interesting. This one came all the way from Johto, which is actually really cool. I like that. I like that. It came all the way from Johto. It's a lonely... Yeah, no, it looks like this guy, he's still learning. Again, it's another one of those, you know, another one of those trainers I would like to, you know, just straight up say, hey, let me help you out, man, because, like, honestly, you got a lot of promise. You got a lot of promise. I would love to help you out. Alright, so thank you for the battle points, which, you know, now that we have Dynite Ore, I don't really use battle points. Alright, so let's go ahead and go into our last match here. Let's go ahead and go into our last match here. Alright. So, we'll be honest, guys. while we're waiting here, I miss doing this. I really miss doing this. It was a fun thing I really enjoyed, and it was a shame that it ended. And I'm honestly glad to be back, even though I know this is the first episode back. I'm actually not entirely sure if I'm going to like completely restart, you know, from episode 1 like we did with the shiny highlights, or if we're going to continue on with this. I guess you guys will see the answer by the time that it's up. But I'm glad to be back. Alright, so I do not know how to say that. I do not know how to pronounce it. We actually have an Eternatus team, and looking at this right now, I can guarantee with very high certainty that's a weakness policy Dragapult. That right there, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, is a weakness policy Dragapult with a quick attack Sylveon. I almost called it Clefairy. We also have a Glaceon, which is interesting, and we also have a Zapdos and a Gyarados. I honestly do not see any reason to not bring Whimsicott Calyrex lead. I kind of want to bring Cryogonal. I think we can bring Cryogonal here and Thundurus. And the reason I want to bring Cryogonal is because Cryogonal kind of just trashes that entire team bar Sylveon. I'm not going to lead it because, as cool as it would be, no pun intended, to have Cryogonal as our thumbnail, I don't want to just get cocky. So that's the thing. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, I have a feeling that they're definitely leading the Sylveon. No. Interesting. Not a problem at all. Not worried about this. Calyrex is just going to Astral Barrage, and we're going to Fling. Not Fling. No, God, no, Fling. We're slower than the Dragapult. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. If there's a Pokemon faster than you, you do not do that. Alright, let's go ahead and Tailwind real quick, and then we're just going to Astral Barrage. The reason we're Astral Barraging is because, you know, if he takes us out, it's not the end of the world. Because, as I said, I'm feeling very confident with this team that Cryogonal can just come in and, you know, clean house. And as I said, very plug-and-play team. I have a feeling it's going to do a lot of damage. Here comes, I'm guessing that's the Dragapult. I want to say it's the Dragapult. I didn't quite see who was who. It's actually the Zapdos, which I guess is... I guess it's fitting. Ultra Ball. Looks really good. Big fan of Zapdos. Like that. So, we're going to Tailwind here. Going to do... We're either going to kill this thing or bring it down to its sash. Alright. Fare thee well. 'Twas a good Dragapult. Good boy. Farewell. Alright, so if he does not kill us, I think he's going to go for a Max Airstream into the Whimsicott. Yep. So he's going to kill us, unfortunately. We're actually going to bring in Cryogonal here. We're bringing Cryogonal in here, and we're going to Dynamax our Cryogonal. I want to do this, and I got to do this for me, guys. I got to do this for me. This is our Cryogonal. This is our buddy, guys. We're bringing out our Frigid Spinner. Alright, so here comes... Okay, so we're not going to do it just... Actually, yeah, we are. What are we talking about? I could easily freeze try it, but no. I want this. This is something that I want, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Also, I really should probably put some PowerPoint ups on this thing. I know I did it on Calyrex, because Calyrex is something I put a lot of work into. That sucked. Alright, so let's get our big snowflake here. Go ahead and get us a little screenshot there, as you guys can see. That's definitely going to be the thumbnail. So glad we managed to get us. Alright. Yep. It's over. It's over. It is over. The Calyrex is starting to pick up. The Cryogonal is just like, nah. Your day's over, Zapdos. Look at this. Wow. Color me impressed. It's a bulky Zapdos. Doesn't matter. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. But genuinely color me impressed. Alright, Calyrex is going to hold that because obviously it's proven to be a bulky Zapdos and not a high offensive Zapdos. So that being the case, I'm not even remotely worried. I'm not even remotely worried. I was just not expecting a bulky Zapdos. Oh, I'm a little hurt. My ego's a little hurt here. If I can be completely honest, my ego's just a wee tiny bit hurt. So we're going to bring the Cryo, or we're just going to like, Cryogonal's going to do this. We're going to Astro Barrage. If the Eternatus survives, which is very unlikely. Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. We're getting it. That's still going to be the thumbnail. Giant Snowflake. It's back. Back like it never left. Alrighty. That's a good one. That was good. We managed to go through. Get nothing but wins. I want to check out this guy before we call it an episode, guys. And before we get into anything, because it's going to be a little bit, I want to know, what can I do to improve this? Before we, not just a team, but I want to know what I can do to improve, like, the video. Is there anything that can be done? Am I missing anything? Did I mess up anything? I know that my brain decided not to work halfway through it. I know that a few times. That's something I want to fix. So Hyper Voice, Calm Mind, Psyshock, and Yawn, but it's a neutral nature. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it's not showing us the natures if they're minted. That would make sense. Because, like, this is a very, like, legitimate Pokemon. And it seems really weird for it to be a neutral nature. Alright. Eternatus. Sledge Wave, Flash Cannon, Flamethrower, Dynamax Cannon. I like that. Alright, this is such a cool Pokemon. I love, like, Eternatus. I think it's a really cool looking Pokemon. Adamant, which is Dragon Dart, Steel Wings, U-Turn, and Dragon Dance. No Ghost type, which is very peculiar. I like it. It's interesting. This is definitely one of the best teams that we've seen, like, this whole thing. Also, www. Okay, so Modest Nature. Ooh, what is this one? What ribbon is that? Can somebody tell me what that one is in the comments, please? Alright, and then this guy, actually a King's Rock user, which is interesting because it would only affect the Power Whip and Bounce. This is definitely an Alolan one. It's got to come from Alola, right? No, but I can tell you 100% that used to be a big thing back in 2016, or not 2016, 2017. But, very interesting. Very, very interesting team you got there, my friend. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like down below. If you guys haven't already, please consider subscribing. It helps me out very, very much. We will see you guys in the next episode. Also, before we forget, don't forget to go ahead and check me out on Twitch, too. Because I said, I stream every single day, except Sundays. And a lot of it's Pokemon-oriented. I mean, there's going to be a couple of days that we do other things, such like that. But, y'all take it easy. Stay classy.